What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, we're going to be covering Bitcoin. I know I have some Bitcoin fans out there, some cryptocurrency fans out there. So we're going to cover over some news, what's happening to Bitcoin. We're just going to talk about the overall technical analysis, and we have a little bit of news to play into this analysis. Now, before we get into this video, I'd like to remind you to like, comment, subscribe, and if you're new from the Bitcoin scene, thank you so much for tuning in this video, and let's get right into this technical analysis. Now, this story uncovered over the weekend. I think it was Saturday or Sunday. Basically, this news came out saying India to propose cryptocurrency ban penalizing miners and traders. So if you go and read this article, it goes in that finding anyone trading in the country or even holding such digital assets, a senior government official told Reuters in a potential blow to millions of investors pine into the red hot class. The bill, one of the world's strictest policies against cryptocurrencies, would criminalize possession, issuance, mining, trading, and transferring crypto assets, said the official who has direct knowledge of the plan. So guys, this is huge. Definitely coming out of India. India has the second world's largest population, so there's a lot of people in India that are holding Bitcoin, that are trading it, potentially also mining it. So we have a huge influx of people over there. Now, do I believe this is, the end of Bitcoin? No, by no means. I don't think in the long term this is going to affect Bitcoin. We don't even know that this bill or law is going to pass. We don't know that yet. We'll just have to see how that interacts when that time does come and we get that official news. All we hear right now is just someone saying that this is coming. We don't know if it's actually going to go through. Now, I do believe that we saw this little red reaction right here. That news came out, and then that was on a Sunday. Yeah, it was yesterday. We saw that red reaction, but then we really, just continued to sell off. It got bought up a little bit, but then we sold off. So what I'm looking at for Bitcoin from a technical standpoint is getting back above 57,000. Now, with this news into play, it's going to throw a wrench in the plan. Now, I don't know how this will affect it. I mean, we saw that initial sell-off. Now, whether this actually happens, I do not know. I really do not know. There's a chance that it doesn't happen. There's probably some protest around it. But I don't think there's too much fear into this. Even so, I do think Bitcoin will be fine long term. And I think this is just an excuse, if you want to call it, for Bitcoin to pull back. Now, Bitcoin's had this amazing run ever since this dip about 43,000. We've pretty much been on a steady up climb. And then now we're just seeing those red candles show up and seeing that pullback. So I do believe that this was an excuse for Bitcoin to sell off just so we can get that dip by. Overall, I do not think it's going to have too much of impact, but who knows? We don't know what's unraveling with this story. We don't know how many people it's going to be affected. We don't have those numbers yet. But when it comes out, then we'll see how Bitcoin reacts. Now, you can blame this red candle on the India reaction. I don't want to go out and say this was because of the India reaction, but it could be. I'm more focused on technical analysis, and what happened is that we got up here, seller showed up, and we pushed price down. Buyers came here, and now they're trying to push it back up, and we're trying to test this resistance right here again. So what I'm looking for is the confirmation. Now, when I say confirmation, I mean us getting back above this 56,650 mark. Now, one or two things could happen. Either one, which is the bullish case, we push right through it and we're back at all-time highs again, right? Or the second one, which I'm still on the fence about, is that we push up and then we get rejected and this is our dip buy. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen by no means, but I would like this Bitcoin to be around 54,000. I think that would be a good dip buy for Bitcoin just based off of this amazing run we had right here. Now, we could get an even deeper pullback. We could get back to 51,000, but I do think at least if it gets rejected here, it is coming back down to 53,872 to test this zone from the top side. So that would be my dip buy. And then I would, first before I get in though, I would consider, what's the reaction? Are we coming down slowly or is it fast and furious, right? If it's fast and furious, let the dust settle and then see if we end up a little bit deeper. But if it's slow and controlled and we start to slow down around that area, then yes, that would be a good dip buy. But what we saw over the weekend, before this Indian news came out, we saw a pop up. Now, I went over this on a live stream. I said this is from mainly, I believe, the stimulus. So we had the event where the news was being released that, hey, Biden signed the stimulus bill. Right, that's good and all, and we really didn't see too much reaction, but the money started coming into people's bank accounts Friday night, Saturday morning. There's a difference between the news and it actually happening. So when it actually happened, that's why we saw the pump up on Bitcoin, because it was now going to people's accounts. And one, what's that cause? Inflation. The value of the dollar goes down and people start pouring into Bitcoin because it's not affected by that type of inflation from the US dollar, at least. So that's what I'm looking at specifically for Bitcoin, that pump up, and then just the excuse, whatever excuse you want to use, India banning it or proposing to ban it, and it just dumps down. Overall, though, I'm watching this level right here. Do we get rejected? If we get rejected, the dip buys right here. But if not, we're heading back up to all-time highs, guys. So that's just to sum up the video. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you want to see more cryptocurrency news-related things or just technical analysis, let me know in the comments below if you did enjoy this video. Either way, guys, do appreciate all the support, and I will see you in the next video.